What about the industry side? How do you embrace it and take it on? And what kind of things do you need these days to kind of cut through? You know, I mean, you have to be outstanding as an artist. That's the hard thing to start.
Sure.
But I mean, you know, like you're saying about social media, dealing with people, the kind of things you take on, the kind of focus you need you need the industry as well, don't you?
Yeah, well, the first thing I do is we do a lot of reading and learn about the industry. I mean, you guys are all at ACM, so I'm sure that you're ahead on this already, but I know people in bands who sign publishing deals who don't know what publishing is, and that's idiotic. You know, you learn about what different people do, how the industry works, what a promoter does versus a booking agent versus local rep versus tour manager. Do you
Sounds
know
like
what I
my
mean?
band.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can educate yourself on that kind of thing. I think one of the main things these days is cut through. I was talking to Brett Gurewitz, who's the guy who runs Epitaph, a few years ago, and he was saying that in the 80s, the hard thing was getting a record out. Once you actually got the record out, people would buy it. But it was difficult to get it recorded, get it pressed, and all that and get it into shops. These days, making a record and getting it out there is easy as hell. Anyone can do it. You can put something up on SoundCloud, boom, you're away. The hard part is cutting through, because there is more music. There is considerably more than 24 hours of music released every single day of new music, and there is no one anywhere who's going to be able to listen to everything. So the task almost is to give people a reason to pay attention to you and not the thousands of other people doing the rounds. Now, there's different ways of doing that. As an old-fashioned guy, I would say that you want to do it by having really good songs and playing a really good live show. There is mileage in doing other things, like sort of like slightly more gimmicky things, I suppose, but like if that becomes the core of what you're doing, I think people will start finding you quite annoying quite quickly. But like, I mean, for example, one of the things I say to like a lot of new bands, I've had people open up shows for me who like don't bring anything with them, just in terms, even just a flyer or a sticker or something. Somebody sees you at a gig and they've had a few pints, they're going to go home and they're not going to remember what your name is, and you've got to give them something to take away. So on my early tours, I found a friend of mine pressed me, I think I got like 5,000 badges made that had Frank Turner as my new best friend written on me, and it cost me about 100 quid, and I gave them away at shows, and it worked like a dream, because people kept seeing me at playing support shows or in bars, whatever it was, and they'd get home and then see this thing on their jacket and go, oh yeah.